6 years. It's more than enough time to reinvent yourself. Move to a new city, change your name, create an entirely different version of the life you once lived. You start to believe the past can't touch you anymore. But the truth doesn't vanish. It lingers, silent and sharp, waiting to strike when your guard is down. I betrayed my husband, Daniel, the man I had promised forever to. And I betrayed him with the last person I should have trusted, my boss, Richard. It wasn't something I planned, and I never imagined it would go beyond a fleeting mistake. But comfort came disguised as kindness, and I was weak enough to reach for it. At the time, Daniel was running himself ragged, working 2 jobs just to keep us afloat. He was exhausted, always distracted, and slowly growing distant. Richard, on the other hand, always seemed to say the right things. He made me feel noticed, valued. What I thought was care was nothing more than manipulation in disguise, but I didn't see it then. The affair lasted 3 months. Daniel found the messages. That's how it ended. He didn't shout. Didn't break things. He just looked at me with eyes I'll never forget, picked up a bag, and walked out the door. I begged. I cried. But he didn't come back. 2 weeks later, I signed the divorce papers with trembling fingers and a heart shattered into pieces. And Richard? He moved on before the ink was even dry, flirting with someone new at the office. Whatever I thought we had, it had meant nothing to him. The guilt was suffocating. It clung to me in every moment that followed. I quit the job, left the city, and tried to start fresh. But guilt is a shadow that follows no matter how far you go. It found me in quiet nights and reflective mornings. I tried to move on, went on dates, met decent people, but none of it stuck. Every time something good started to bloom, I found a way to kill it. Some part of me believed I no longer deserved love. And in the silence of those cold nights, I often thought of Daniel. Wondering where he was, whether he'd found peace, maybe even love again. I hoped he had. Even if I didn't deserve peace, he did. Then came Boston. A business conference, a crowded hotel ballroom, and fate ready to play its cruel game. Across the room, I saw him. Daniel. Older now. Sharper. Confident in a way that twisted something in my chest. He was talking to someone when I spotted him, but I recognized that face instantly. The one I had wounded. The one I had memorized in 100 different ways. My heart caught in my throat. I ducked behind a group of attendees, praying he hadn't noticed me. My hands turned clammy. My body screamed for me to run. But I didn't get the chance. Minutes later, I turned a corner, and he was there. Just standing. Looking right at me. His face was unreadable. No anger. No surprise. Just silence. "Hi, Daniel," I whispered, voice trembling like a cracking pane of glass. He gave a slight nod. "Amanda." That was it. I expected him to turn and walk away. But instead, he motioned toward a bench near the hallway. "You've got 5 minutes," he said quietly. We sat. I searched for the right words, but they tangled in my throat. Emotions I thought I'd buried rose all at once. "I'm sorry," I said. "I've wanted to say that for years. I just didn't know if it would ever matter." He didn't answer immediately. His gaze stayed steady, calm but far away. "It mattered then," he said finally. "Now?" "I'm not sure anymore." I nodded, tears gathering in my eyes. "I've regretted it every single day," I whispered. "Every minute." He leaned back, crossing his arms. "Why'd you do it?" I swallowed. I felt invisible. Alone. "But that doesn't excuse anything. You were working yourself into the ground for us. And You picked someone else," he finished, his voice even. I nodded. "Yes. And I lost everything for it." He looked away for a moment, jaw clenched. "Do you still think about it?" "Every day," I said. A long silence fell between us. People passed by, but in that moment, the world faded away. It was just the two of us, tangled in memories and silence. "I'm married now," he said eventually. The words hit harder than I expected, but I forced a smile. "She's lucky. Her name's Alina. We have a daughter. She's 5. "That's wonderful," I said quietly. The ache in my chest was sharp, but I didn't let it show. Then, after a pause, he asked, "Did you ever love me, Amanda?" "Yes," I replied instantly. I never stopped. His eyes flickered, caught off guard, maybe, but unmoved. Then why didn't you fight for me? He asked. Because I thought I no longer deserved you, I said softly. He rose from the bench, slowly. Maybe you didn't, he said. But I've made peace with it. I stood as well, brushing a tear from my cheek. I hope you're happy, Daniel. Really? He gave me one last small nod. I am. And I hope you find peace too. And just like that, he walked away. No dramatic ending. No bitterness. No turning back. Just quiet, final closure. I stayed there for a while, staring at the space where he disappeared. And for the first time in 6 long years, something heavy lifted off my chest. A weight I'd carried for far too long. Maybe forgiveness doesn't always come in words. Maybe sometimes it's just understood. And maybe, just maybe, that's enough.